Hello, I'm Bartling, and I certainly hope that you and yours are having yourself a sunnier, warmer day. Yes, the older I am, the more that I think. And I think that indeed there's enjoyment for visiting old friends and getting to know new friends. And some of my old friends are books. Yeah, books. This is an older book I got. I was at some convention and this young lady spoke. And then later I got her book. And she's kind of a humorous type of a speaker, which to me made it more delightful to hear her. The name of the book is entitled The Good Stuff. And you can see it's not a big book, no. And the author is Christine Holton Chasson, Chashen. And one of the early pages I got to share with you here is kind of her top 10 list of her little pet peeves. Kind of pet peeves that we all, I'm sure you have yours, I've got mine. Here's one, number 10. Those that don't use their turn signal. Evidently, they're out of fluid because they don't use their turn signal. If something is empty in the fridge, throw it away. Why continue to refrigerate it? Never got an answer on that. Put the shopping cart back into the corral. Get yourself some exercise and put it back. And don't just throw it back. There's usually a line there. Get them lined up and push them in there. The grocery store express lane violator. If it says it's got 15 items, that's the so-called limit. Why does this person come up and their cart is pound full? You know it's more than 15. And how about this one here? The loud cell phone talker. Yeah, Frank, how are you? Or better yet, they put it on speakerphone. Yeah, they put it on speakerphone, so you're hearing both of them now. That is something. Well, Christine also in her book then brings out that maybe some of us has partaken in or you know of some things called personality tests. You know, what color are you? What type of animal are you? Yeah. Are you a lion? One who likes to take authority. That lion likes to take charge. That lion is bold. That lion is a decision maker. Or maybe that little rascal of an otter. You're an otter. You're enthusiastic, on the move all the time. You take risks. You seem to be maybe a promoter. You're fun-loving, an otter. Now think about these. Which one are you? How about the golden retriever? The loyalty of a golden retriever. You know, the one prayer, oh Lord, please let me live up to be the type of person my golden retriever thinks I am. So they're kind of sensitive to feelings. You can scold a golden retriever and they know it. They know it, right? Or finally, the beaver, the busy beaver. They like instructions. They like it to be accurate. Don't want any hole in that dam. It's got to be accurate. right? They're factual. That piece of wood needs to be gnawed off this long to go in there. They have to be really factual. They're analytical. So you got the lion who's persistent. You've got the otter who seems to be inspirational. And the little golden retriever who's the peacemaker of the group. And the busy beaver who is analytical. Which one are you? All kinds of personality tests there. I know I was involved with one in a company years and years ago. It was Myers-Briggs. And so that quadrant of 4 was a driver, an expressive, an amiable, or an analytical. And we sent out letters to our associates along with people that we didn't work with. And then the company came back and kind of told us what quadrant again that we were in there. Well, she makes the point then that, there are different personality types. There's 4 types. There's the 4 gospels. They're all different. Sometimes they see the very same event, but you're going to read the verses and they're all different, aren't they? So there's different types there. She kind of lumps them all together into one particular area. And in the Myers-Briggs, they kind of look at this too, because they say, if you want to answer a person in a certain personality style, keep in mind what their hot button is. And the 4 hot buttons are what? So think about a certain event that maybe happened. And then some will say, what happened here? What happened? Okay. Others will say, who did it? Who did it happen? Who did it happen to? Another one will say, why did this happen? Why did this event happen at this time, this particular time, at this particular place? Another one will say, wait a minute. I thought we had all the bases covered here. How did that happen? So those particular 4, then Christine kind of lumps all the different personalities, the style, and say, ask them a question, give them an example of a little event, and listen to what's important to them. Is it what, who, why, or how? And then you can kind of pick out the different traits there, such as the person who thinks it's what's important. They're kind of the autocrat. They need to grow. They need to stop and do their check and listen more. They need to listen more. Say, what happened? Well, if you just would listen, I'll tell you what happened. You can be halfway through your sentence and the what person's already got an answer, already ready to start moving either way on the particular situation. Okay, so their specialty is being in control. And another hot button is they like to save time. They want to save time. But you know what? If you push that then driver, that analytical, that lion, you push them too much, that what person, they will turn into an autocrat. And they'll, hey, let's forget all this. We're all going to do it my way or the highway. That expressive person, that person who, that's what's important to them. The who person, okay? They like to get the applause so that the light's kind of shining on them, okay? They need to, though, save effort because they're kind of like a squirrel. They could be all over the place there, okay? Their specialty is that of being that social butterfly. Had one of those in Minneapolis. Lola, you could look around at the different workstations there with Lola, and you could look, and Lola was not at her desk. Where was Lola? Lord knows where Lola was. She was out there, the social butterfly, and if you wanted any news, you could ask Lola. And if you want to know what Lola did night before when she come to work, You just say, Lola, how was your day? How was your night? She could tell you exactly, as long as you have the time, that she could do that. But if you had a birthday party that you needed to plan, who would you have lead it? Indeed, Lola. How about that person that says, why? Why did this happen? Why did this happen? They're kind of the amiable type person, okay? And relationships are very, very important to that amiable type person. It sure is. You got to watch that you don't hurt their feelings. They want to please everybody, and so they can't make a decision. It's hard to get an amiable to make a decision. They'll go along for the ride. They don't know why, but they'll go along for the ride. And their specialty is that loyalty, that being supportive. And finally, we come to the busy beaver. They want to know how. How are we going to get this done? With resources we got, how are we going to do it? How are we going to do it the most effective and efficient way? Okay? And you push the analytical too far, they'll just go in a corner and say, hey, leave me alone. I'm on the project by myself. They want to be right. They continue to get more data until they know that they're right. So they want to save face. If they're wrong and the public knows they're wrong, oh, that just really tears them down, okay? Their specialty is then that of being the technician, the technical area there. Now, one of the reasons that I think Christine put one of these chapters in her book here was that if there are 4 different personality styles, that means, folks, everyone isn't like you. No. Thank God. Again, thank God that everyone isn't like you. Everyone isn't like me. 75% of the population isn't like you. Keep that in mind. And in fact, in the Myers-Briggs study that I talked about, that I've taken years ago, they very much stressed versatility. Use your versatility, that you're able to observe and listen the different characteristics of the person as they communicate to you, as their body language indicates to you, so that you can identify and better communicate with them. As Zig Ziglar would put it, treat the other person not the way that you would want to be treated. Why? 75% of the time, they're not like you. Treat the other person the way that they would want to be treated. What are their hot buttons? What's important to them? You know, that driver, I want to save them time. That expressive, I want to save them effort. The amiable, I want to them save that relationship. And the analytical, I want to save face. All those are important indicators to that person, and I then need to acknowledge that and apply the platinum rule. First time I heard it was from Zig Ziglar. Treat the other person the way that they want to be treated, not the way that you want to be treated. So, I want you to go out there, have yourself a sunnier, warmer day. And remember this, regardless what your style is, that I'm rooting for you. Indeed, I am. Whether you're a lion, an otter, golden retriever, or the busy beaver. Why? Because we're in this together. And remember this, I know you remember it, but blessed are they who ease the pain of misfortune, for they shall be called insurance agents. You take care.